Good evening, Zimbabwe. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back on a Sunday night around 9:30 p.m. And what we have some kind of common jobs. We have a 40-inch TV. It's the Ecco model LH40. That's the model of this one. The TV is already plugged. You can see here we do have the red light. Let's try to power on our TV. We do have standby light from this angle. If we check here, we have red light. Let's power on. On. You can see, I just see the flashing echo and the TV just went off. Let's power off our TV and do one more time. Our TV is now off. On. You can see the flashing echo and our TV goes on. So that's what we have to fix today. That's what we have to fix tonight. Let's unplug our TV. So what do we know by now before we open our TV? If we have standby voltage, I know that my high voltage area is fine, and my processor on the logic board is responding when I'm pressing the power on. So we have a 3.3 on the processor. So the condition for the board to work is okay, but it's for some reasons it's turning on, and we are just seeing the flashing light and our TV goes off. So if I may check clearly, I can see the echo sign, but it's faint. So that's another important lesson of the backlights. That's actually another side of backlights issue. Here we have some kind of backlights. Our TV is on now, but you can't see anything on the screen. We have some kind of backlights, but not on the strips side, but on the motherboard side. Trust me, here we have something wrong on the backlight circuit. You see, on the backlight circuit we have some coils and some output capacitors, which are around maybe 30, 40, 50 volts, which are there to filter voltages which will be going on the LED strips. Maybe one or two of those capacitors, they have a bump on top, you know, some kind of bulged capacitors, and if the capacitor is in that state, we can't have a stable voltage on the output. So the current the current sensor on the output of the power supply will send a signal to the processor to cut down the power. So I think that's the case here. We have some backlights issue, but I don't think these strips are not okay. So I'll open this quickly and we'll try to figure it out. What's the problem? Let's do it quickly. That should not be too long, because it's night. I have to go home. So whatever that I'm going to fix here, time is the key. Time is the key, because it's now late. All what I have to do is to take out the engine and check for some. We can see the seal here. No one opened this TV. This is the first time to open this TV. So I just broke the seal Trust me, this kind of jobs nowadays is very much too many jobs of such kind. We are facing challenges with the load shedding of electricity. ZESA is going, coming, going, coming. At some point, the TVs will just die, especially on the backlights side. So, and on such kind of jobs, we have assurance that whatever fault that we find, will fix. It's fixable. And we are being paid good money just to fix such kind of jobs. So let's open and find out what's the problem with our TV. Let's take all the screws. Try to open this one quickly. Okay. Speaker connector out. I'll show you something. One second. Let me take out the engine. I'll show you something. You know, when you are diagnosing such kind of things, you have to be accurate. I'll show you our trouble cause on this TV. A capacitor. Those capacitors, they are connected on the output of the backlight circuit. You can see these capacitors are flat on top, but this one has got a bump. So that is our problem. This one, maybe you didn't see it properly. The capacitors should be like this. You see this is a flat on top, this is a flat on top, but this one has got a bump on top. And this capacitor is on the output of the backlight circuit. So if anything happened to this capacitor, the current sensor on the output will send signal to the processor to cut down the power for the LEDs. So let's replace this capacitor and test again. 35 volts, 330 micro. Okay, let's do it quick, you know, and we test. We don't want this thing to be too long because today was a busy day. So I'm very tired, but let's try to remove that capacitor quickly. Try to check. Let's replace that capacitor and see if that can bring our backlights. Maybe I'm wrong, but let's see. Soldering paste is very important to use at any given time. So I'll use soldering paste. just to take off that capacitor very easily and quick. If you see any capacitor with a bump on the TV logic board, you should get worried, because 1 second to take our capacitor, and on the reading is 35 volts, 330 micro. These are the readings. You can see we have a bump, so clearly this capacitor is gone. Let's look for another capacitor from another board for space with the same readings, if we can. 35 volts, 330. What a luck. Let's take it off quickly. Everything here should be very quick. Very quick. That's our new guy. You can see it's flat on top, and the readings are the same, 35 volts, 330 micro. Exactly readings. So let's replace that capacitor quickly. That should be easy job, you know. Nothing complicated. The marked area is the minus, and the unmarked area, that's the plus of the capacitor. So all what we have to do is to put back our capacitor in place. Let's do it. Let's see how hard it can be to replace a capacitor. Let's see how hard it can be just to replace a capacitor on the output of the backlight circuit. Because from this capacitor, our backlights are getting power. 20 something, 30 something volts. Let's clean. Let's put back this plastic together. Our plastic thing is okay, so we are ready to test our board. Let's go on our TV and test again, and put everything together, and then we test. Let's do it quickly, you know, because after all, time is the key. Speed is the key, actually. Okay. Let's do it as quick as we can. Let's put all the connectors together. All the connectors, let's put all connectors back. And then I think we'll be ready to test our TV. And these are some kind of well-paid jobs. Just to fix the lights issue. And it's almost an everyday job. A lot of customers, they are coming. You know, I can hear the sound. People are speaking inside the TV, but I can't see anything on the screen. And when I hear that, I smile, you know. I put on a smile because I know my food has come on the table. My special food, actually. So, yeah. Should you put all the screws? Let's use faith here. Let's put all the screws, and then we test out. Let's walk by faith in this case. I don't want to test this TV before I put screw. I want to put everything together, and then I will test it once. That's what I want to do on this one. What about using faith? Even the Bible tells us that we should not walk by sight, but by faith. So let's use faith here. And see if Lord is not going to answer us. One of this thing is broken, but that's not a big deal. After that, I'll stick this one leg with hot glue. I'll put one screw and I'll stick the other side with hot glue. That's not even a big deal to me. The big deal is, will this faith gonna work here? That's a big deal. Closing a device without testing, that must be a funny thing, you know. Let's put all the screws together, everything together, and then we test. All what you have to do is to believe. You have to trust in yourself. That's the most important thing. Put your trust in yourself. If you trust whatever you do, I don't think you can fail. Only few screws left. For someone to prove a point. That must be interesting, you know. That must be interesting. Just to prove my point, I only left with the very, very few screws. The other thing that and I want to say out whatever videos we are doing here. If you see how the way I'm posting my videos on YouTube, I'm not editing anything because I don't want to look like a movie. This is not a Hollywood movie. This is a live show, School of Reality. I'm not here to edit things or to act a movie, no. Because I want, at the end, I want someone to learn something. So if I do it like a movie, that will not be helpful to anyone. I just finished to put all the screws. So all what is left is to test the TV. That's what is left. I don't edit anything except to put the title, because after all I don't want to do as if I'm acting a movie. You can see the red light, that's for the standby light. Let's power on our TV on. You can see the Ecco sign, HDMI, everything is working fine here. I just power off the TV on again, Ecco. You can see all the buttons, volume 97. Let's power off again one more time, off, on. So our TV is working fine. We don't have any issue here. We don't have any issue here. No signal sign on the screen. You can see. So that's another side of backlights issue. It's not always the case that whenever you see a dim TV, it's all about shorted strips or things like that. No, that's another important lesson of backlights. If you see your TV when you plugged in, on the first place, when you press the power on button and you see the flashing light, probably it's not the strips. Maybe you have a capacitor on the output of the backlight circuit with a bump. So what can I say? Subscribe and like our videos, and also don't forget to turn on the notification key for future updates. See you on the next one. Bye.